It's a once a week thing.
Once a week.
I've started.
Hey, it's better than nothing a week. So
I've been trying to run once a week, and then I've started to build in a stair day where I run over to the approach and I run up the RPI approach steps.
oh yeah.
So
Stairmaster
sometimes I do that. Like tomorrow's supposed to be my run day, but I already feel like I'm not gonna make it tomorrow. Oh, we're on 2 different screens. Look at me back to back.
Yeah.
High five me. Bang. Where am I?
There you are.
High five.
High five me.
Yeah.
Is this a reach?
There it is.
Oh, you're trying to get the 2 screens to high five?
You did.
Did they do
You
it?
made it happen.
It did.
Oh man.
That's the other thing we need to keep track of. The Bruins are playing.
The Bruins are playing? Is it a playoff game?
Yep. They're already down 1-0. It's in, like for the series, not even for the game.
Oh, they're already doing 1-0 for the series?
Saturday they started against the Capitals.
Wednesday, it's going to be a 6 o'clock start time for me.
Oh, okay.
So you got a spin class?
Yep.
Oh, I gotta shut that off.
Washington.
I know.
Glorious return.
It's not washing machine though. So it's the
refrigerator.
No, it's the dehumidifier.
Like here.
Yeah, talking to the whoa. We gotta shut that off. It's rolling, but
Are we live?
we're supposed to be live.
Are we live, pal?
We're live right now, probably. Oh boy.
All right, well, now that we're live, let me see if I can high five me again.
15 minutes later.
Yeah. This might
It's gonna take a while. Oh, we didn't do champagne. You gotta pop.
Oh, yeah.
Reservation for Monday or Wednesday.
Now, it could be an adult and not shoot this cork. Or they could blast it. Or you could fucking blast it. Don't blast it at me. I'm not blasting at you. Well, if you walk in front of me, I'm blasting it at you.
I have to go this way to get back in. Whoa.
He's not ready for it.
Jeez. That was very close to hitting me.
It was not anywhere near you.
I mean, it was close. It felt close.
Rosé.
What is it?
It's a rosé.
I did not
Rosé all
know.
day.
A rosé.
You're gonna have me do a fucking captcha on my phone. Jesus.
A caption on your phone?
Captcha.
What does that mean?
The
Making sure you're not a robot.
yeah, those things. The picture ones too, where it's like
I hate that.
click the
What is
click
it?
all
for?
the spaces that have taxis in them.
Yeah.
I can't see what has a taxi
I
in
don't,
it.
I don't care what has a taxi and what doesn't.
There are some, because there's one website we used to have to use at work that would give it to you all the time.
Oh, it is
We
rosé.
discovered there are some that were wrong. Click all the vans and you would, and then it would be like, no, this is correct. Yes, it is. I've done this screen, I've done 6 times. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, fuck you. I know what a van is.
All right, let's see if I can. I feel like I'm not nearly loud enough in here.
You're good.
Okay.
I'm probably not.
Yeah, you got to move yours.
I gotta this
You got to move yours.
nice and up and tight and like that. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
I gotta pull up our
That's good. We're getting ready.
Google Doc.
Google Doc. I don't know.
And I'll also pull
I
up
don't want it to.
our YouTube.
I just want to watch this while we're doing it.
Well, I'll have it up.
I don't know how long Bret Hart's going to stay up, but
Why? Where's he going?
it's been 4 minutes. Oh, that's funny.
I can pull us up.
4 minutes, 20 seconds. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nation Conversation. We're back in the house. What's up, guys?
Hey, we
Bill
are
and Wally?
here.
Oh,
In the house.
So let's
You're not supposed to show a green screen with nothing on it.
cheers it.
Yeah, let's cheers it. Good. Let's do it over Wally's laptop so we
It's
can
okay.
spill right into.
It's only the only thing that I can watch Netflix on. So
I can't watch Netflix on a regular TV.
Why can't you watch
Well,
Netflix
I
on a
could,
regular
but then
TV?
I'd have to be downstairs instead of in my room watching
Oh.
Netflix.
I see. You could. You just choose not to.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So we're back mostly, but Mike is not coming.
He's dead now, actually.
Mike's
Yeah.
dead.
It was a crazy week.
We killed him. He died.
He was murdered by us.
We should probably not have admitted to that on screen. That seems like a problem. It's Nation Conversation episode. I just clicked out of it. Nation Conversation episode 327. This might be the only time we videotape each other like this.
Yeah.
This might be a one and done.
This is a shit show to begin with.
How are you guys?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Actually went out this past weekend to
Oh.
hang out with my buddy Matt. So
What's up, man?
yeah.
What's up, Matt?
Where's Kim? What's she doing?
She actually she's a nurse down
Wow.
in the city, and she actually got COVID early on
Oh.
before she got her shot. So
Oh,
she's all better though.
she's
So
better.
yeah.
Okay. What's up, Kim? That's a very old joke.
that's a
it's like 3 years ago.
No, this is like that was a very very early joke. That was right before I went on my road trip.
Oh, so that
joke,
was
maybe.
like the beginning, the true beginning. What's
Yeah.
up, Kim? Of What's up, Kim? So we're back in business. This might be a one and done. Tell us if you like this or not. Maybe we'll just go back to the old the graphic and just our voices if you don't want to see us. Unless Mike's going to be on, in which case we have to do it this way,
All right.
right? Because
because
we can't
well,
see or talk to him unless
we could just do the Zoom and pull the audio from the Zoom, right?
that's true, actually. But we still have to sit this awkward way.
It occurs to
Well,
me
not
as
even.
myself that I could probably put the microphone on the other side, so I'm not hiding behind it.
Should I put it
I'll
like
move
you?
a little bit over?
No, it's too late now.
It's too late.
We're doing it live.
I need to like boost you up. You need a boost seat.
I'm sitting, I picked the highest chair.
He looks so tiny on the screen.
You do look tiny. You have the most comfortable chair, though. Actually,
It is
He
nice.
does.
Yeah,
He
it
does.
is nice.
Wally's
This is-
second
this-
most
Yeah,
comfortable.
this isn't bad.
Just be
So-
careful you don't go too far back, because that thing, if you really like let it go, it will go all the way back.
All right, I'll
My
make sure
fault.
not to.
WWE WrestleMania Backlash happened yesterday.
Oh, that was a pay-per-view?
Yes,
That was what the zombies were on.
that's what the zombies were on. WrestleMania Backlash
On a pay-per-view, they decided
Who
to
were
do that.
supposed to be the zombies?
So apparently, it has something to do with some movie that they're promoting,
Oh,
helping to
good.
promote that Batista's in.
Oh, well,
Batista is in this movie.
I'll find it.
It's Army of the Dead or something like
Army of the Dead
Yeah.
Zombie Invasion.
Army
Yeah,
of the Dead
that's
Zombie Invasion. So it's product placement.
Hmm,
So
cool.
oof, too-
all I saw was that clip that Mike sent. Like, look what's happening on WrestleMania Backlash. Like, I really don't want to watch this. And then I'm thinking, it's a pay-per-view. We're back in business. Maybe I'll put it on while I'm working today. So I put it on.
Yeah.
And it actually started out fairly good.
the pay-per-view.
The pay-per-view.
Okay.
It started out with Charlotte versus Rhea versus Asuka.
Okay,
Pretty good.
yeah,
Good match.
That's a good match.
Solid. I mean, another Charlotte. If you don't like Charlotte, you probably don't like that kind of match, I guess, because they focus on her a lot. But she lost. Rhea won.
Okay.
And I thought it was a good match. So I was like, okay.
Did
Hold on.
Asuka take the pin?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Asuka took the pin.
Yeah.
Charlotte tried to pin them both like Ric Flair.
Of course.
Or not like Ric Flair. Like Roman Reigns. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Yep.
And that didn't work. So yeah, I thought that match was good. Then the next match was Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio versus Dolph and Robert Roode.
And you say this is good.
It was good because the Mysterios won the tag titles. So it was like
Okay.
a very nice
Yeah.
moment. Father and son win the tag titles together.
Is Dominic good? I know that he
Yeah.
was just green last time. I feel like we talked about him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's not bad. He needs work, but he's not bad. So they won the tag titles. Father and son winning the tag titles together.
He's nice.
WWE said first time ever. I don't
That can't
know
be
if I
right, right?
believe that.
It doesn't.
They're not
sound
good
accurate.
at that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
right?
they're
Well, first time ever being tag champions with
A father, and son.
That can't be right.
It can't be right? There has to have
know.
been like the Von Erich dad and somebody, right?
Probably.
Or like,
But that doesn't count because that wasn't WWE.
I'm guessing, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That this is WWE. This never happened in WWE, which is probably correct. But I always question their stats. Like, I'm pretty sure fathers and sons have been tag champs together before. But anyway, I thought that was cool. So I'm like, this show's actually starting out pretty good. And Cesaro Roman Reigns was the main event. So I'm like, that has potential. And then the zombie stuff started. There was a lumberjack match between Miz and Damian Priest, another guy I don't like.
Okay, cool match.
But the lumberjacks were the zombies.
Oh, boy.
So the zombies were in like a dressing room, and John Morrison let them out after he went to go bribe them, I assume, to help Miz.
Wait, so he walked into the room knowing that there were zombies there?
No, he thought they were just lumberjacks.
Okay.
And then it turns out, no, zombies.
And then he let us all die by leaving the door open.
He left the door open. And then they had a match, and then the zombies came out.
Did they eat one of the competitors?
They sure did. They ate both of them.
Wait, is this really what happened?
It's really what happened. They ate
God.
Miz and they ate Morrison.
R.I.P. Miz.
Yeah.
Eh.
He's not that bad of a guy.
He doesn't catch anyone.
He doesn't.
Like, he's a dangerous wrestler. I would be okay with Miz not being
Wow,
wrestling.
take.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I feel like I have to turn you up more, Bill.
I could probably sit up more.
I think you could hold it too.
I could hold it, I suppose.
How's
Is that any better?
A little better.
Oh, and now we can see you too.
I still want to turn you up. Hold on, I want to turn you up.
Oh, you actually have to.
Turn my headphones up.
You're this one.
I mean, you could have just said turn that one and I would have reached it.
This is a fucking mess.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you at
I
all.
don't trust me either.
Okay.
But I could have.
You sound much better.
Okay.
Okay.
It's funny.
Watching
me
the main
live
one
and
and
not live?
then the delay.
Yeah, well, that's when I was high fiving
Just
myself.
put a weird picture up.
See how
there.
long it takes.
Are you high fiving yourself again?
Just gonna try.
Keep going. It's gonna be a while.
No, this isn't for anybody. This is just for us.
This is literally
That's
for
fine.
us.
The two screens.
Yep, there it is.
Got it. All right. So yeah, zombies ate Miz and Morrison, and they say blood and guts set this business back 30 years.
Yep.
But zombies showed up. They also changed the Thunderdome from people to like a barren wasteland. Like the pictures changed to like a Walking Dead set.
Did
I
they
don't-
change them? Like, was that like mid show that they changed?
Yes,
Like the first
yes.
two matches.
So there was
they had
Thunderdome,
them?
and then it was like Flicker, and then Barren Wasteland, and even the announcers were like, "We need to get to a safer position."
Oh god.
So we're leaving the booth to get to a safer position. So weird.
I hate this so much.
Such a weird.
So,
Oh
what
my
sucks?
God.
We would never do product placement like that. Blue Chew, looking at you.
You get boners right on the air.
Hey, if they want to pay us to.
I mean,
Blue Chew and then look directly at the camera.
Blue Chew.
Wow, Ryan's been trying for a year now. More.
I've been trying to get Blue Chew in here. I actually got a.
Well, we had the athletic.
I got.
the
Yeah,
one
we
time.
had one sponsor.
Well, the
but
one time.
I like how the story of the show is we stopped so that I could have a baby. The baby happened. We came back. We did it for like a month. We got a sponsor, and then a pandemic fucking happened. So we lost a sponsor and we had to go buy online. But whatever.
Man.
And now Mike has a baby, so
Mm-hmm.
now we're in trouble. Yeah. Roman Reigns and Cesaro had a good match at the end.
Okay.
And Bianca and Bailey had a match. There was other good matches.
There should be a lot of good matches every time they put on a
Plenty.
pay-per-view, but
Plenty.
They have plenty of talent. It's just
Right. They got the best talent in the world. They should be able to not have zombies on the show.
whoever's fucking booking it. So
There you go. Yeah. Rough. Everyone's flipping out about the zombies.
well,
There's
yeah.
probably a way you could do zombies and it would be fun. Like Lucha Underground could have done zombies. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like
Oh, yeah.
already weird. So
yeah,
you're
Lucha
not-
Underground could kill that.
right?
Yeah.
They have like lizards and stuff.
I mean, Mil Muertes, he was
Right,
technically
the guy
like
who's
dead, right?
Right. So they could have pulled that off, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Very silly. Other top stories. Zelina Vega coming back to WWE. This is shocking to me. From
It's not
both
to me at all.
sides. Really?
Because of Aleister Black.
Because they have they have to do something with him. They can't let him go.
Yeah, because they won't. So then this is their way to like, well, at least let's bring his wife back in.
Apparently she dropped off of Twitch and everything after all the fighting she did.
Oh, right. That's okay.
She all of a sudden dropped off of all of her other platforms. I mean, it seems really weird to be her and do this. Like, what? Why do this if you were treated like shit? That doesn't make sense
Money.
to me.
Yeah.
I guess
lots of money.
It must be lots of money. Very bizarre. So we'll see what happens with her. I guess maybe she manages Aleister Black.
Did she do that before?
She managed.
No, she
Andrade.
managed Andrade. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Bill's boy.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But yeah, I wasn't offered lots of money, so I can't.
Yeah.
I can't say that. But yeah, she's at the performance center, I guess, getting ready for whatever she's doing. And Aleister Black is just doing like promos. That's it. He hasn't wrestled a match in like a year. He's just doing these weird like librarian promos where he says some weird shit and then he's off. I don't know.
That sounds terrible.
Rest in peace to New Jack. New Jack passed away over the weekend.
That's terrible.
Bad news. Heart attack, 58, I believe.
I never really I know of New Jack. I don't ever really remember watching him, except for like when we would go back to watch ECW or whatever.
Yeah. Same for me. New Jack was kind of just like you knew about him, but more like his crazy shit after ECW ended and how wild he is, and not his actual pro wrestling. And like, if you go back and watch ECW, there's a lot of like he rolls down with a shopping cart full of weapons and like beats everybody up.
Yeah.
And then leaves. Like he doesn't have these long things. He just shows up and beats people up.
Yeah,
Him
literally.
and Sandman, I feel like, are more or less the same. They just do it
Pretty
in
much.
different ways.
Literally, the 5th picture on Google is him with a shopping cart full of just weapons and
that
stuff.
was his like roll out with a shopping cart. Yeah. So a lot of tributes out there from all the ECW guys. And even Paul Heyman was allowed to say something on Talking Smack. I'm pretty sure it was Talking Smack. And he was like, normally we'd have I actually appreciate this. He's like, normally we'd have a promo package or something like that for somebody who passed away, which is not entirely accurate. I mean, they don't always do that.
Sometimes they'll do just one screen.
Sometimes,
or whatever,
sometimes it's a screen, sometimes there's nothing. But he said we can't show any of his footage because he's so outlandish that we can't actually put anything on the screen. I was like, okay, but you also put it on Peacock, right? So what's this? Anyway, New Jack gone too soon. Did a very controversial figure though. Did some really bad shit.
Yeah.
In wrestling, like really, really bad.
Like actually hurt people.
Yeah, for real, hurt people and worse. Other news stories. Alexa Bliss can now use her mind powers to injure people in matches.
So this Mike showed us a clip, and it was right after we were talking about how AEW had put wrestling back 30 years.
Yes.
I looked up when black stuff started coming out of Ultimate Warrior's hands and faces.
Right.
Almost to the day 29 years ago.
29 years ago.
So they didn't go back a full 30 years like AEW did. They just went back 29 years.
They didn't even explain it in the clip that he sent. They didn't, like, the commentators weren't explaining it. I didn't even know Alexa Bliss was out there until like the second or third time I viewed it. And then I saw somebody swinging on the fucking
she's on the swing
entryway or whatever. And then I was like, all right, so that's what he must have meant. But how was I supposed to know that from the video? Because they don't say anything about her.
Well,
she just,
if you don't
be a better
acknowledge
fan.
it, if you don't acknowledge it on commentary, it doesn't exist. Like the zombies. If you just move on. 2 men just died. Why did we not? What the hell?
Also, they're going to become zombies, so they're very dangerous now.
Right. Yeah. AEW, there was a story. This isn't in there. I forgot to put it in, but AEW, the story came out that some big names supposedly interested in signing with them. but the EVPs are fighting with each other.
Oh yes.
And we don't
So-
know exactly what's going on. But
don't.
We just assume that Cody Rhodes is fighting with everyone.
Our assumption is that there's two camps, the Cody camp and the Bucks and Omega camp. I'm
That-
assuming they get along.
That makes the most sense.
Right.
Listening to what's been going on in the show, it does seem like Cody has his own thing going on, and the Bucks and Omega kind of have their own thing going on. But
Right. Also could not be true. I've seen this story out there a lot.
Mhm.
And it's like a lot of people are interested in taking the company down. So it's like, is that a fabricated story? Is there logic to that? It's wrestlingnews.co, I think, that put it out. And they're not like a ringside news. They actually put out decent information. So I think it's probably got some accuracy there, but I don't know. Fighting so much that someone wouldn't take money and sign, though, that seems a little odd. That part of the story seems odd. Like, I'll just take the money and
unless you just think it's volatile and like it's gonna blow up.
I guess if it was that bad, maybe.
I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it's that bad. It seems like a successful enough show where it's not that bad. Well, I don't know. Bill, it's time for segment to be named later.
I have a few of them tonight because you guys asked some tough questions last week.
That's what we do. Yes, the
And I answered them. So first, in our second show last week, we were talking about Pee Wee Herman, of course,
Absolutely.
and we mentioned his various arrests.
Right, he had a couple arrests.
He's had several.
Uh-oh. Pee-wee.
It started back in 1971, long before he was on TV. He was arrested for loitering and prowling near an adult theater.
Oh, this
So-
seems to be a theme.
Well,
Yeah.
those charges were dropped.
Okay. Those
He then was arrested in 1983 for possession of marijuana.
yeah,
No, he pleaded no contest, so no charges on record, whatever.
right.
Then in 1991, when he was famous, he was arrested in Florida in the same county as in 1971 for having a good old time with himself at an adult movie,
Yeah, whacking
a-
his
whacking his whang
whacking,
The most PG
Just
way you could have said it. So yeah.
whacking his whang,
at an adult movie. which
giving
I
his
guess-
little Herman a little Herman.
not a little Pee-wee.
I was gonna say, little baby a Herman.
I-
You could have done that.
Giving his little Pee-wee a Herman? That sounds better. That's why we need to be in person. You punched it up.
So that he tried to get out of, and it turned into a lot of like a big deal because he was on a
Right.
kid show.
Yeah, you can't jerk off and be on a kid show. That's a
So
law.
a lot of people defended him though, said like you're making too big a deal out of this. One man, can you name who said this to defend Paul Rubens?
Oh,
Whatever Rubens has done, this is being blown out of proportion, all out of proportion.
Hulk Hogan.
Almost. Bill Cosby is one of the defenders of Pee Wee Herman.
of course.
Oh,
You got to lay the groundwork for your own misdeeds, right? Like,
Indeed.
this isn't that bad, right? I can do what I'm doing too, right? It's blowing out of proportion. I'm just roofing people. It's fine.
Then there was a later arrest, and this is where it gets.
You think he roofied
Extra
people
weird.
with Jello? Like he put them in Jello?
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely.
Is that sorry?
In
Too
2002,
far.
Pee Wee Herman got arrested again.
In 2002.
This time for child porn.
Oh,
Now, this is where it actually gets weird, though.
It gets weird. It's been weird.
It's yes, but it gets extra weird. The
Uh-oh.
charges were dropped. He pled guilty to a lesser, just obscenity charge.
Okay.
There was, depending on who you asked, either was porn or it was not.
Hmm.
He said it was just art. Apparently, it was just, and I'm quoting here, weird stuff like vintage erotica pictures and muscle magazines.
Okay. That
And
doesn't sound like the same thing as.
it doesn't. But apparently, some of them were weird. Like they had like teen boys in them posing and stuff. So,
Okay.
but in case WWE didn't want to get on in this action, he was on Raw in 2010. So Paul Rubens is wide open for anything you want to watch.
We can watch any Pee Wee.
Yep.
Wait, isn't he the reason that we
No,
watched?
David Arquette
David
was
Arquette.
the original reason.
WCW.
Pee-wee
Oh,
Kids.
right. Yes. The guy who showed
Buff.
up for like a quarter of a
Right.
second on screen.
That's usually
He
how it
had
works.
a line.
he
The
did
champ.
not have a
I
line.
don't know what he
champ.
said. He said something about
He
like,
said
let's get this
something.
party started or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the background. That's not a line.
It counts.
He
He has a credit.
But yeah, so that's Pee Wee's got
Pee Wee.
he's talked to the police a few times.
It's not great.
Let's see. Mike had asked, "Hey, remember that time that the Rays were a good baseball team?
Mhm.
I mean, they've been good a lot.
They were the AL or the AL champs last year.
They were in the World Series. They
Who knew? Not
Last
me.
year?
they were in the World Series last year. They
They lost, but
they lost because they pulled. That was the big controversy. They pulled Blake Snell out of the game
Hmm.
when he was pitching really well, and then their bullpen, which is amazing. So I guess
Yeah.
whatever. They blew it so that the Dodgers could take the lead.
Wait, it was the Braves versus Dodgers in the World Series.
the
No, it was
Rays. Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But the other team that Mike was referring to was 2008 when they also won the American League pennant.
Right.
The good players
The
in that team
Longoria team.
included Longoria, Carlos Pena was their big slugger,
All
Right.
Eric Hinsky, BJ Upton, Carl Crawford, some
Oh, Crawford. Yeah.
soon to be Red Sox,
A Red Sox that didn't pan out.
a gentleman named Cliff Floyd, if you recall him,
I love.
and then what's his name? Joe Madden's favorite player ever, Ben Zobrist, who played every position.
Oh yeah,
Zobrist.
yeah. He was on my fantasy baseball team at the time. He literally put him anywhere I wanted.
I think Zobrist was a Valley Cat too, wasn't he?
I believe he was. Now that you say that,
I think he was. I think he got traded.
Their pitchers included Scott Kazmir,
Yes.
Big
Cas.
Game James Shields,
Right.
Matt Garza. Their closer was Troy Percival, and then they had some unknown rookie named David Price on that team.
Right. Yep.
David Price.
So he wasn't a big part of it, but he was there.
He was there.
To go along with that, I did also confirm that the Red Sox and Yankees do still exist, I'm clear on
It
that.
turns out they do.
and they're both good this year. I don't know how.
Getting okay. Apparently.
The Red Sox are good. The Yankees are
getting
starting
better. Apparently. Yeah.
starting to get out of a hole.
I feel like the Red Sox are going to go the other way, and they're going to end up losing 100 games, but hopefully not.
I don't think so.
And then the other one that Mike was not sure of, but I confirmed, the NBA also still exists.
Right.
And in
Yes,
fact,
he
the
was
fake
unsure.
playoffs begin tomorrow on Tuesday, the 18th.
Oh well, maybe
I'm
that's what
very
I'll make
excited
my
to
top
watch.
5 about.
Oh, I thought you already had a top 5.
Nope.
that
I forgot
Mike-
it at home.
Oh,
Oh wait, what did Mike want me to do again?
he said do a top 5 of what? It's like
remember.
Animals you could fight or something like that.
animals
Oh,
you could
yeah.
beat up.
On
Yeah.
that list, the
Animals
animals in
you
that
could
list
beat
that
up.
you could beat up. And
Yeah.
you definitely are sure that you could take down a cobra. But there was something else that you
Well,
also.
Ape.
I wasn't-
An ape was the big
Oh,
question.
yes.
No,
You thought you
I
could
didn't
beat
go
up a
that high.
chimpanzee.
That's
You
what it
think
was.
you can beat up a
Chimpanzee.
chimpanzee?
But that's because I thought I could beat up the snake. Let's see.
I mean, a snake.
All right. Yep. All right. So I
Do you
will-
have-
that will be my top 5 then.
Do you have weapons in this scenario,
I
or
don't
do you
believe
not?
so.
Is it bare hands?
Bare hands.
I think
Okay.
you're bare knuckle boxing these animals.
All right. Then I will think about
This
that.
comes from
Bare
what is
knuckle
this
boxing.
article? 6% of Americans think they could beat up
These
these animals.
Yes. Oh, beat up a grizzly bear. 6% of Americans think they can beat up a grizzly
But
bear.
also other animals are listed.
Yeah.
Anything else on the segment to be named
And
later?
those are all the segments.
That's a lot of segments.
Yeah,
We'll
tough
have-
questions, like I said.
We'll have some more segments next week. It's time for the Wednesday night. It used to be Wednesday Night Wars segment. Now it's Tuesday and Wednesdays. We'll start with AEW. Controversial show. Another controversial show. Jonathan Moxley defeated Nagata,
Yuji Nagata.
with the help of, or in the corner of Yuji Nagata was Ren Narita.
Who's one of the young lions?
Yep. And John Moxley came out to Wild Thing, like the old Wild Thing.
Like Rick Vaughn Wild Thing?
Did he come out to like the really old version?
I guess
think
I'd have
so.
to hear it.
Okay. Yeah. Came out to a new theme song, Wild Thing, which I was thinking I liked John Moxley's original, the old theme song, which is like the heavy metal song that he came out to. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, well,
This is really weird because it's very slow. This version that he comes out to, like he usually runs out to the ring and he's all like frantic and stuff. And this is a very slow song. You don't think of it as like, it's like there's a lot of pauses. It's not a very good wrestling song. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me, but it's very odd. Obviously, it's makes sense that he would come out to that
as
song.
the Wild Thing.
Right, because he's crazy. Rocky Romero was in the crowd. Nagata was on TNT. They said 23 years before this match.
That's my main issue with this. Is Mike was so excited to see this. This
Yeah.
had to be a very slow plotting match. Technically sound, but it had to be a very slow match to open the show.
Nagata is not young.
No,
He is not.
In the 50s, right?
50. Yeah, he's
He's in his 50s.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But it was fine. I thought it was fine.
The only thing I like about this headline is that potentially if Nagata is hanging out with
53.
if he's hanging out with Narita, perhaps Moxley and his Death Rider friend there,
Yes.
they could be a
right.
tag team.
Right. Who was his young boy again?
Shooter.
The shooter.
Shota
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter Umino. Is that him?
Umino?
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Shota Umino?
Wasn't that it?
I think that's it. I like that. A mixed tag, if you will.
Yeah.
Apparently Nagata trained Okada. I didn't know this. He
I
trained
didn't know, but
Okada
I could
and
see it.
Tanahashi.
Because he's very old.
Yeah.
Because
he's-
they're not that young.
They're not that young. Well, Okada's what, 30?
Okada's like 32, I think.
Yeah,
Something like
he's
that.
not that old. Tanahashi's a little older. So yeah, good way to start. Fun. Nice to see New Japan getting into the fold here.
Yeah, I do like that the forbidden doors are clearly not even a little forbidden.
Nope, they're not forbidden at all. Rocky Romero's there, and he does a lot of the booking. So that was fun. Cody came out.
I hate just reading what you're about to say aloud.
So he cut this promo, and everybody was up in arms before I even saw it. I didn't see it until Saturday or Sunday. I didn't see it until Sunday. Took me a while to watch the show. He cut a promo where he said he was going to fight Anthony Agogo, and it was very nationalistic, like
Cool.
Go United States.
That's what we need in America right now, xenophobia.
And
Yep.
a lot of it was like, I know we're divided, but that's what makes us great, or something like that. And then he kind of like
Sure, yeah.
also said, like, he said the election was weird and stuff. Like he kind of like went there, which is a little weird.
I don't like that.
You know, he's like, well, we're really split, but I still believe that, like, I'm proud to be an American. That's what he kept saying. Like, I'm proud.
Or at
like-
least I know I'm free.
Yeah, right.
I hate
Yeah.
that song more
Yeah.
than any song that's ever been written.
He said, I'm proud to be an American, and even though we don't get along or whatever, that's what makes us great. And it's like, I don't love this at all.
No,
I see why people don't like this. And then he talks shit about Agogo and how he's living off American money now that he's here. And if he didn't like America, because he put the British flag over Cody. So it's like a very,
yeah.
it's an old school kind of feud here.
Yeah.
But then he said, for one night only, I'll be bringing back the American Dream. So I will be the American Dream, Cody Rhodes.
Nope. Hate
For
that.
Double or Nothing.
If you want to go be the American Nightmare, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's much better
He's gonna
being the
bring-
nightmare.
Bring back the American Dream for one night.
I hope Anthony Gogo legit punches him in the face. And that's the
Well,
end
he's
of
not
that
gonna
match.
he's not gonna punch him in the face. He punches people in the gut.
I want him to legit punch him in the
Ah.
face.
Oh, is he the
He's the-
one punch guy?
The one punch gutter.
He's
Okay.
the actual like Olympic.
Yeah, he's an Olympic
Right,
boxer.
right. Okay.
So I want to see him get in there and just like 1-2 right in the face. Cody goes down, and then I mean, obviously he's probably fired at that point, but
Yeah. Worth it. Worth it.
Yeah, so a very bizarre promo. And then he's going to be the American Dream, which is something he said he hates and
Yeah,
would
I
never do.
do.
But he's doing it. So I don't know. He also did, there was one part that I did like. He talked about his daughter and how his daughter's half white and half black, obviously,
Mhm.
and that like I need to stand up for myself and teach her that, we need to stand up for ourselves. It's like, okay. And he cried during that part, like, during the unborn daughter thing. And it's like, okay, I can get behind that part. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel very proud to be an American sometimes, but
Mm,
You got the American Dream on your shirt right now.
I do. I have the American Dream right here. I guess, I don't know. I don't know if I was offended as everybody else, but it's also It's a weird choice right now.
Yep.
Weird choice.
And I just because he has said repeatedly, like, I'm not my father.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
why?
He has consistently said, like, don't even like bring it up as like a promo. Like, I'll get so pissed if somebody brings up my dad, like I'm not my dad or whatever. But now he's gonna be his dad for one night. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. It could go very well. Also, the other thing I'm thinking is like booking wise, how the hell is this going to work? Because Agogo should win all the time, right? And now he's just going to get beat by Cody at this pay per view. In theory, right?
You would think so.
You
Yeah.
would think he's going to get beat, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be real schmozzy because these are the groups,
Maybe he
right?
cheats to win.
Nightmare
That's how-
Family
yeah.
versus it's going to be a schmoz.
Maybe he cheats to win, and that's how it goes down. But
Who? Agogo?
yeah,
Who's the bad guy?
the
he's-
dastardly
Agogo
British
is-
guy. Who's the bad guy?
Agogo is the bad guy.
Cody. That sounds
The
like the
dastardly
worst.
tea
That
sipper
sounds
is
like
the bad
the.
guy.
Oh my god.
No, he's the Agogo's the bad guy.
Oh, I hope he wins then.
I don't know what's gonna happen. The Young Bucks versus SCU. Very good match, very solid. Young Bucks win. They bloody Christopher Daniels.
Thank God.
They did the Ric Flair, I'm sorry, I love you to Christopher Daniels. This is the super
Why?
kick.
Oh,
And they
okay.
both did it.
No, just Matt did it
Okay.
to him, and then he kicked out, which I thought was a nice touch.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you're gonna rip off Shawn Michaels, which they've been doing constantly because they're wearing the cross earrings and the feathers and stuff now.
Really?
Oh my god, I love them.
They're doing all this stuff and they're just ripping off. So there was the match, if you don't remember, Ric Flair's retirement match where Shawn beat him and he
Mhm.
said, I'm sorry, I love you. Super
Then he
kicked him and
Kicked
won.
his head clean off his shoulders.
Yep.
So
That's that's one of the clips that I do remember.
they did that to Christopher Daniels, but then he kicked out, which I thought was great. And then he eventually obviously lost. So SU broke up.
Why did they say that though? What like
They
do
said
they actually like Christopher Daniels? Why did they say I'm sorry?
yes, they're
Oh,
very good friends.
All right.
And their travel partners and all that. And so I think it was all in jest because he did like a fake cry, like, oh, I'm sorry, I love you. And then he kicked him. And
man, they're so good.
there was a lot of talk because they wear these Jordans now, these expensive Jordans when they wrestle. And a lot of talk from Don Callis about changing the amount of money that because he now is like they're part of his groups. He's like, look at they messed up those $1,000 shoes with that blood. Christopher Daniels' blood is all over those shoes. They're worthless now. What the hell? Like the man is bleeding. It was very funny. So they won, and then the thing I didn't like, they cut the camera to the back for like a fight. Or no, it was Moxley and Kingston breaking the Elite's dressing room. They're destroying it. They didn't show like the SCU like hug, we're done, like we're broken up thing. And so the Bucks today, it's their new move is they put things in their Twitter bio and they just promote that. And their Twitter bio today said, we're responsible for the cutaway when SCU hugged. Just going full dickhead in every possible way.
That's good.
So SCU and the whole story with them was that they made a pact if they ever lost again to like
to break up.
continue to like motivate themselves, like we'll break up if we ever lose again. So
Mhm.
that's why they broke
Good.
up. So
And now they can retire,
yeah,
except for what's his name?
Kazarian still looks good.
No,
I mean,
not
Daniels.
No,
No, that's the one you
Daniels?
don't like.
no, I don't want either of them.
You don't like him either?
Who's
I-
their other?
I
Who's
think
the
they're
third
fine.
member of SU?
Oh, Scorpio Sky's
Yeah,
already gone.
he can keep
He's
going.
long gone.
Oh, good. Okay, fine.
He's with Ethan Page now. He's long
Oh,
gone.
that's right.
Orange Cassidy and Pac had a number one contenders match to face Kenny. And Orange Cassidy got knocked the fuck out. So they had to ad lib the match and have Omega come out and
Oh, he legitimately.
got powerbombed on his head, knocked
Ooh.
out. So they sent Omega and Callis out to make it an impromptu triple threat match because they made it look like
Sure seems like Pac should be the number one contender. Seems like he won that match.
it seems like he did. They sent them out and then they wanted Orange to win. I like this. They're like, oh, Orange is easy to beat. and we're afraid of Pac. So we're going to cheat to let Orange win the match. And they got disqualified. Or they both got counted out or something. There was some like shenanigan.
Mhm.
And then Tony Schiavone came out and he was like, I've been told from the back, this is now a triple threat match. And then you had the whole like Ric Flair champion flip out. Like,
Sure.
God damn it. That's not what I wanted to happen. So now it's going to be a triple threat match. Hopefully Orange is all right.
Yeah.
Can make it to that match.
Did they say when for that match?
It's the end of the month. It's the 30th of May, I think. So he's got time.
That's
to rest.
close.
It's not far away. Yeah. They're setting up a lot of Double or Nothing on this show.
Mm.
So like I said, Moxley and Kingston, they destroyed the Bucks in the Elite locker room. So they got a promo and they said, we're just going to challenge you, Moxley and Kingston, to a match at Double or Nothing for the tag titles. So
I still
that
don't
should
know
be
if I've
fun.
ever seen Kingston actually wrestle. I've just seen him lay on top of John Moxley, but that should be good, I think.
He's a good shield, human shield for sparklers.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that'll be a good match. Hangman Page had a promo where he challenged Brian Cage to a match with no interference.
I do like
This
the
time.
continued mixing up of pages and cages.
Pages and cages.
Yep.
Pinnacle had their coronation where they
Pinnacle is
it's MJF's crew.
okay.
Okay.
Where Tully Blanchard gave everybody a watch, which is a very dickhead thing to do. Like, we won this match,
Mhm.
so let's all have watches to commemorate the win. And then the Inner Circle came out in something called the Bubbly Bus,
Hate it.
and they did the Stone Cold beer truck with champagne
Okay.
to MJF and all those guys. Sprayed them down with the bubbly champagne.
I a little
gun.
bit like it, but mostly
Okay.
that's just a hard ripoff.
Yeah.
It is a definite full-on ripoff. Jericho, apparently, he was wearing like a giant brace on his arm, like one of those metal like JJ Watt things.
Oh,
and
he's got a robot arm.
there's a rumor going around that he actually did get hurt during that fall into the cardboard boxes, that he
Oh,
may have
yeah.
injured his arm. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, like, all the shit he's taken for falling on that thing and he still got hurt,
Well.
that would suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, no matter what, like if you're jumping that high off, landing on something,
It's gonna hurt.
you could possibly get hurt.
Full
No
is
matter
shown
what.
the correct thing to do is land on one single table and mostly miss it and just kind of catch the edge of it.
Just barely hit it just enough, so and almost ruin your whole life after that.
Wow.
So they're gonna have a match at Double or Nothing. Stadium Stampede 2 is gonna happen, and if Inner Circle loses, they have to disband, which means that they're gonna win.
Yep.
And they lost the other match, right?
They lost War Games, so that means
So,
they're
yeah,
gonna
they're-
win
So-
Stadium Stampede 2.
I don't mind necessarily them doing Stadium Stampede 2. It seemed the first one people liked,
It was fun.
but I feel like this is like you're taking a step down after War Games. Like the intensity
So,
goes way down. I feel
Yeah,
like.
MJF
Yeah.
did make a comment where he said, like, we're not doing all that bullshit you did last time. Like, this is a fight. We're gonna fight in the stadium. That's it. That's all it's gonna be. We're just gonna fight in the stadium. It's not gonna be all that goofy shit.
Like running somebody over with a
Yeah, the golf cart,
cart, yep.
fighting the mascot, the pool, the lake of reincarnation in the Jaguar Stadium, the 100-yard Northern Lights suplex, rotating Northern Lights suplex, which is very funny. I thought that match was really funny, but MJF said it's going to be a serious match. So we'll see. Britt Baker sat down with JR, had her moment.
I feel like she always sits down with JR. No? Oh, no, it was Tony Schiavone she was hanging out with.
Yeah, Tony. So she talked about how she's going to win the title at Double or Nothing when she faces Sheeta, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen.
She seems to be the only woman that gets any time to talk.
Well, yeah, that's true. Thunder Rosa will talk sometimes, but she's not on every show.
Yeah.
Does Rose ever talk?
Who?
Nyla?
Nyla talks, but she hasn't been on a lot in the last few months.
Because
Yeah.
because every time we mention they're women,
Sheeta talks, but it's quick because she's obviously English
Right.
is her second language,
right?
so it's very quick.
Yeah, because every time we talk about their women, it seems like Britt's the only one who ever
She does a lot of
talks.
talking. Yeah, so she's probably going to win the title because of that very reason.
Mhm.
Thunder Rosa had a jobber match and she won. So she'll maybe be set up as number one contender for Brit after she wins.
Probably.
They showed a clip of this, which I thought was fun. MJF's lawyer, Mark Sterling, who I don't know if you remember this, did the whole thing with Moxley where Moxley conned him into having a match and he had all the padding on and stuff. Do you remember this from a while ago?
A little, but not really.
He wore like the padded suit and he got beat up. It was very funny. So Jade Cargill was like being offered contracts by all the managers. So like Matt Hardy came up to Jade Cargill. Was like, I need to sign you to the House of Hardy or whatever the hell his group is called. So that's been like a running thing. She'll win a match and a manager will come out. So he came out and was like, I got MJF paid. So like meet with me. So he showed back up, which I thought was nice. Miro versus Darby Allen was the end of the night.
Now you said Miro has to win this match.
And he sure did. He killed Darby.
That's what you guys said had to happen. He needed to
He did.
crush him.
He destroyed him. Darby was already hurt because he got beat up at the last Dynamite. He got thrown down a flight of stairs, so he was already beat up.
Poor Darby Allen.
And so he got destroyed. He got attacked before the bell. Like every cheating thing that could happen happened. And then when Sting went to intervene, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky beat him up, so he couldn't help. And then Miro caught a coffin drop and put it's not called the accolade anymore. It's called the game over. Put the game over on him, just clamped him when he came down and like literally bent him in half.
Yeah.
It
So
looked like
he literally caught him out of the air.
caught him when he came down.
That's pretty-
like he landed on Miro and Miro grabbed his arms like immediately and then bent him backwards. And
All right, I like
and
that.
Darby passed out.
That's pretty cool.
So and it also had an awesome Mike sent this gif. The Darby doing the best tope suicide I've ever seen, where he just rocketed his body under the bottom rope and hit Miro as hard as he could with his shoulder.
Off.
Yeah.
Just like bounced off of him. That was good.
Yeah.
So Miro is your new TNT champion.
All right.
So,
And we do
there
or do
you go.
not enjoy Miro at this point, because I know when he first came on, you guys were not real happy with him.
Didn't love it. Now he's just a killer again. So
Okay.
I guess it's fine. It's good that he wanted belts, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So it's going to be obviously Darby, like Mike had said last week. It's going to be Darby and Sting versus Ethan and Scorpio Sky. I'm pretty sure at Double or Nothing. Lance Archer came out to yell at Miro, setting up maybe a match between them.
Okay, I guess.
So we'll see what happens there. So that was AEW. It has its highs and its lows.
Why'd he yell at Miro?
He
Just
seems
like-
to like be friends with Sting for some reason. Sting was like, he had a fun moment where Jake Roberts manages Lance Archer. They came out and interrupted Sting a whole bunch of times. And then Sting was like, this guy's a piece of crap. Like, I see more potential in you than he does. And I know how much of a snake he is.
Get it?
And
I get it.
Get you?
He
Made it seem like-
he has a big snake. Is
Right.
what I've heard.
He does. He sometimes carries a big snake.
Oh, that kind of snake. Okay.
Oh, you were talking about dicks?
Different. Yes,
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, he might have a dick. I don't know. I've never seen it. He may or may not have a dick. So they might be a team someday. Sting and Lance Archer and Darby, maybe? I don't know. Ups and downs. For sure, ups and downs. NXT, same. Killer Cross. Karrion Cross destroyed Austin Theory.
That's good,
in
at
their
least.
match.
That's at least
Kicked
good.
his ass.
Yeah.
And then we got the reverse thing that happened months ago where Finn was standing behind Karrion and the camera wasn't catching it until it faded out. And then he said, another very nice, Finn has these good lines that he comes up with where he said, I don't wait in line. And Cross was like, good, because I'm good with fighting you. And they said, good. And they just both left.
Okay.
So
I don't
they're
mind.
going
It.
to fight each other. Fine. Good. MSK had a match against Breezango. And in this match, they won. But mostly the biggest thing that happened online is the ref did some of the spots.
What do you mean?
Like the voiding spots, like when running off the rope and you'd like tackle drop down, that kind of stuff. The ref like joined in because he was like in the way, and he like did a tackle and like jump over. You know how like a leapfrog. He did like did that whole sequence that every match almost always has.
Yeah.
And then he like stepped back and was like, okay, let's go. Like let's fight now. But he like he did this like avoiding thing. It was fine. People like flipped out about it. It was another like,
I feel like I wouldn't have liked it, but
we've
also
got
who cares?
zombies on the other
Right,
show.
yeah.
Who gives a
I
shit?
feel like I wouldn't have liked it, but also I wouldn't have cared that much.
Yeah. So MSK won. Johnny Gargano continually messing with William Regal and going into his office and all this stuff.
I do like Johnny and Regal with one
this,
another.
This
They're
was fun. Mostly because it wasn't on the entire show. It was just a quick thing where he went in and Regal's like, okay, my door is open. You can come in now and talk to me. And he's like, why would you still have this match like that I have to have with Bronson Reed? It's not right, blah, 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 all this stuff. And Regal's like, it's happening. So like, it's too bad. And then he reaches down to like mess with the brass knuckles. And Regal's like, oh, I don't think you want to do that. So then he looked over and grabbed a pencil and broke the pencil and left it on the table. It's funny.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's going to be Takeover in Your House, hosted by Todd Pettengill.
I'm back.
Todd is back.
He pulled me back in.
You're coming back for that?
No.
Everrise was in the crowd holding up signs, and Beth was like, oh, I love Everrise. So that's still going.
Who cares?
Pete Dunne cut a promo about how he's the best and nobody can beat him.
God.
And then Leon Ruff came out and attacked him from behind.
I hate that. I hope that match is he tackles him and then ankle locks him to death.
So Dunn beat him by the UFC like TKO, like elbow to the head until the ref stops it.
Oh,
Whatever that's
interesting.
called. He just did that to Leon Ruff until the ref stopped the match.
Technical knockout, I believe it is.
I think, or a ref stoppage. I'm not totally sure. But so that happened. Raquel versus Mercedes Martinez, Bill. You
This
missed it.
wasn't the final match, huh?
It wasn't. Raquel won. She beat Mercedes. Gave her a one-arm powerbomb, which is a nice move. Good move.
Yeah. Raquel's very good. This is what, their second match?
Is it their second?
So this is obviously going to be at least a best out of 7.
Johnny Gargano is going to face Bronson Reed in a steel cage showdown next week.
What does that mean?
I guess tomorrow. Are you excited for that?
What's a steel cage showdown?
It's just a steel cage match.
I mean, that should be fine.
With
It should be good.
Somehow Bronson's
I trust
gonna
Gargano.
lose. You trust in Gargano?
Yeah.
Isaiah Swerve Scott introduced his new crew of bad guys, which helped beat up Leon Ruff. They're called the Hit Row.
And these are like new guys or something?
There's 3 other people that are with them.
Do we know who they are?
Girl. I don't know all their names. It's a girl and 2 other guys. It's the big guy who gave the move to Leon Ruff last week, August.
Oh, okay.
Or AJ Francis, I think is his name. He smashed somebody on the barricade, or he smashed Leon Ruff on the barricade. So they're called Hit Row, which is like he obviously pitched Death Row and they wouldn't let him do it. So Hit Row.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And I think he's definitely supposed to be Suge Knight.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of like has like a Suge Knight vibe, I think.
Okay.
He's supposed to be like a heater Suge Knight.
I don't hate that then.
Ted DiBiase and Cam Grimes.
Oh, the Adonis. Okay.
Ashanti the Adonis.
Yeah, he's one of them.
And then there's the girl. I don't know her name.
Yeah. I'll have to look into him.
Ted DiBiase outbids Cameron Grimes for a house in Florida. And it was funny because Cam Grimes was bidding and they weren't showing who was bidding the other amount. And it got up to 20 million. And Cam Grimes was like, who's crazy enough to bid 20 million on a house? What kind of crazy ass crap is that? And then Ted DiBiase was like, everybody's got a price, kid, or something. And he's like, God damn it, Ted DiBiase again. Why you keep messing with me?
See,
I've
I
had
love this.
enough.
Oh, I hope that this goes as a fantasy booked it.
I'm so glad that you got out before this started because
You
this
think
would
have kept me
this
in?
would have kept you in
Just this
for sure.
Just
Oh
this
yeah,
I don't know if just this would happen.
I think so. This and then the Raquel Mercedes the two things. That's two things on an NXT.
Yeah, very
That's
good things for you.
two
Bill.
enough. That's
guess.
enough. So I'm glad you got out.
I'm glad I got out too.
Oh, come on. Tony Storm. Zoe Stark wants to fight Tony Storm. Whatever. Kyle O'Reilly versus Oni Lorcan. Very good match.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they let him go, it should be very
They
good.
did. And Kyle won. Just
of course.
a simple, nice match.
Nice.
Kushida had a 2 out of 3 falls with Santos Escobar, which I was a little bored by,
Yeah.
but they were working hard. I mean, Kushida's
Very
fun.
good wrestlers.
They're both very good. I love 2 out of 3 falls matches. Big fan of those, but didn't
go long.
didn't totally do it for me. It was very late.
Kushida is also not full killer yet. I don't know why.
He's very amateur, and he debuted a new finisher at the end.
Okay.
Just, I guess that's fun. It was a very technical move, though. It wasn't like a punch to the neck.
Get him away from the cruiserweight and let him fight Karrion Kross. Even that's fine.
That'd be fun. All right.
I know they would just sacrifice him.
That was NXT. So anything in there sound like it would bring you back in?
Yeah. Ted DiBiase and Cam Grimes.
Okay.
When they have their actual match.
Just send him clips of that so he can
You
watch
could
just that.
I was gonna say you could
And
just
Todd Pettengill was the other one.
Todd, good old Todd. You could just watch the clips. You
I could.
don't need to watch the whole show. You can go on YouTube and watch just.
I
Like
still don't
5
have the
clips.
ability to watch Peacock on my own television yet.
Which is weird because you pay for it. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Well,
I've never watched it.
Do you watch it on like a? Do you watch it?
I have never watched
You
it.
still haven't watched it.
I've never watched a
Okay.
single. I did finally watch Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
So
So
I
you
watched one
very
episode
fun.
of Wonder Chosen,
oh,
and it is
Of what?
Wonder Shows.
Wonder
It's
Shows.
a show we used to watch in college. That was on
it is
MTV.
wild. It is by design wildly inappropriate. But now, 15 or 20 years later, whatever,
Amazingly
it's
inappropriate.
even more inappropriate.
So inappropriate. Okay, Wally, it's time for a top 5 of animals you could beat up.
Yes.
Based on a specific list.
Based
but-
on this list. So I'm
Based
going to
on
go
this
real
list.
quick through the list. It starts with grizzly bear, lion, elephant, gorilla, crocodile, wolf, kangaroo, king cobra, chimpanzee, large dog, eagle, medium-sized dog, goose, house cat, and rat. So if I'm
Okay.
going no weapons,
No weapons.
no
bare
weapons.
hands.
Okay. And I'm doing a top 5. So like
Yeah, that's how this
fi-
segment works.
5
right?
being the easiest that I could take. Let's say that.
yeah.
5, yeah, easy. Like
Okay.
rat. Rat would be 5.
Well,
maybe.
yeah. So yeah, okay. Rat, house cat, goose. Like, okay. I'm just gonna say the top that I could get. I could probably beat up.
Just
I
give
would
us
say a
5 in no
king cobra.
particular order.
Okay, king cobra.
I
Okay.
think you beat up a king cobra, huh?
Yep, a large dog.
Okay.
Eagle might be tough too, though.
How are you going to catch an eagle to even
Exactly,
get it up?
that's the problem.
Yeah, you can't fly.
But I don't, could an eagle beat him up?
Medium size.
Fly down.
I would definitely fuck up a goose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're fucking a goose up.
I would.
Yes.
Medium sized dog, house cat, and rat. Yes, those are probably the ones that I could take.
Tom was the one that Tom fucked up a goose.
Yeah. We were small
He fought a
children.
goose.
I would estimate I was approx 6 at the time. So Dan Cashin would have been 4 at the time.
Yep.
We were at my aunt's, and she had animals, and I don't know what he was doing around said goose, but the goose came up and bit his hand and like left marks
Oh.
all over it. And 4-year-old starts crying, of course.
Mhm.
So Tom Cashin grabs the goose by the neck and legitimately throws it across the yard.
So, knowing your brother, he probably was doing
He
something.
probably was messing with the goose.
But
He was
considering it's a
100
goose, I could also see it he was just standing there, and a goose being a dick,
Yeah.
like gooses are.
Gooses are dicks.
Gooses
Yeah.
are in fact.
Sometimes you
dicks.
got to throw a goose.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to grab him by the neck and throw him.
It's
So wait,
crazy.
what was the other?
It's crazy that 6% of people think that they can beat up a
Can
grizzly
we
bear.
please get a king cobra
So he can fight it?
and watch while I fight this cobra?
Yeah.
They don't have. No, they do have venom, don't they?
They have very poisonous
Yes,
venom.
They have bad venom. You just don't let it bite you.
Exactly. I could figure something out.
He's already like,
I'm gonna die.
oh,
I'm gonna
no.
die.
All right.
But no, chimpanzee. That
You know, get a box match with the kangaroo.
I could. Yeah. Do I get like boxing gloves or do
No, bare knuckles.
bare knuckles? See, then he can bite my knuckles. That's a problem.
Not if you punch him in the face.
Hey, you got to knock them teeth out.
Knock his face.
Kick him in the pouch.
Oh.
Okay.
Also, 8% think they can take down a lion, a gorilla,
A
or an
lion?
elephant.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Like,
A
who
lion?
are these crazy ass people who think that they can take down a lion, a gorilla, and an elephant?
Well, we know the answer to this question, and I'm not going to say it. We know who it is.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's the end. Next up, we're talking about what is the name of this show?
It is called Jupiter's Legacy.
Jupiter's
Jupiter
Legacy.
Ascending.
Yeah, no,
Not-
not that.
Jupiter. What is Jupiter Ascending? Is that a book?
That was the.
It's a movie.
It was a bad movie with.
Is that the one with what's his name who had all the eye makeup on?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that
I know
one?
who you're talking about.
It's that guy, right?
Yeah.
It's Channing Tatum. isn't it?
Channing Tatum.
Is it Channing Tatum?
Yeah, it
I
definitely
thought it
is.
was the other dude.
No, it's definitely Channing.
I've never seen it. That's what I first Googled though because I
Oh,
was
yep.
very
It is. It is
Yeah.
Channing Tatum. Okay.
Yeah, but his like the way he looks, and it looked like a stupid movie anyway.
Oh, it's on Netflix. I could go watch that if I want.
There you go. All right, this episode is over. We're gonna go talk about Jupiter. What
It's
is
like Jupiter's Legacy.
Jupiter's Legacy.
Yes.
We watched 2 episodes. It starred who was the guy from? It was the dude from X-Men 1 who played Sabretooth.
Yes. Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
He was a wrestler.
Yes, he was in fact a wrestler. WCW, I believe.
And in Canada. So there you go. That's it. Peace out.
See ya.
I gotta now shut this off. Hold on.